Hi, my name is Tamara. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today we are talking about fragrances that I wore on my tropical vacation. Yes, we went to Costa Rica. It was my mom's birthday, so my sister and I took her for a wonderful girls trip. So if you want to see what these are, please keep on watching. Now I still have them. Haven't taken them out yet. I brought most full bottles. However, I brought some decants of like the bigger bottles that I did not want to bring, but everything was able to hold in this bag. Now I also will have some video inserts of my outfits and the fragrances, and with me wearing the fragrances. So drop a comment on your favorite outfit. There will be mostly dinner outfits. I will include 1 or 2 pictures so that you can get a feel of what I wore and the fragrance that I wore to match. So please comment your favorite outfits, and if you can't find one, choose one. I need to know what you like, what outfit was your favorite, so I know what to wear again. But without further ado, let's just jump right in. We got in Sunday afternoon, about maybe 4 o'clock. So we pretty much just had lunch, chill, get ready for dinner. So for the fragrances, let me take these fragrances out. Okay, so let's pull it back. What did I wear to the airport? So of course, I got the Clive Christian Jump Up and Kiss Me. And this was new to my collection, so I wanted to see what it was. So of course, I sprayed this one because I love a tuberose fragrance. I oversprayed this. On my drive to the airport, I was killing myself because I oversprayed. I was like, I'm so sorry for the person I'm sitting next to. But luckily I was going early. I was able to sit in the lounge, and by the time it was time for my flight, it had settled down. But I wore Jump Up and Kiss Me. Very nice. It wore well, and it was still on me even when I get there. So pretty much long lasting. It is a tuberose forward fragrance. So this is what I wore to the airport. Now I know, do not overspray this, because my drive to the airport, which was like almost an hour, I wanted to get out of my skin for this one. But really nice, really pretty, just don't overspray. So we got there Sunday evening about 4, and we went to lunch, because of course when you're traveling and you got to go through everything, get to the airport, the drive from the airport to the hotel was like 45 minutes. So we were starving by the time we get there. So pretty much as soon as we get there, we drop our bags, went to lunch, and then we get to the room, shower, and get ready for dinner. So we went to the buffet. So I had on this like burnt orange kind of slip dress, really pretty simple. And for that outfit, I wasn't sure what to wear, so I brought the decant. So I decant my Kayali Flor Majestic, because this was just a big bottle, too much. So I decant this into this little travel size, and this is what I wore first evening. It was pretty, but this was just a pretty rose forward fragrance. It is not as light as I thought it would be. It is sweet. It's like a rose musky, slightly sweet fragrance. I think the sweet peach, because it does have sweet peach, is what giving it the sweetness, or maybe it has some vanilla in the base, I don't know, but it has the musk. But really pretty fragrance. It did last. We went to dinner about maybe 7, about maybe 7, 8, and it pretty much lasts all night until about maybe, well, pretty much 5 hours, because by 11 we were on our way back to the room. But it's a very pretty rose fragrance. It's not a fresh rose, it's a rose fragrance with depth, and I really do like it. It wore well, and it was good for evening. It was hot there, so I don't think this would have been good for daytime, because it's a little bit heavy. This is a heavy rose fragrance, but I absolutely love the wear of it. It wore well. I smell great. So this is what I wore my first night, and that was the Sunday night. Absolutely love this. Got lots of compliment on my fragrance. Monday morning I wore this little black dress, cute little black dress for breakfast. So I know we didn't have an excursion that day, so we were just gonna go to the hotel, chill around, lounge, maybe have a few mimosa after breakfast. And I wore Miami Nectar. This was pretty. It's a juicy fruit fragrance. So if you like fruity fragrances, it's very juicy. It has a slight sweetness in there. but you get a lot of fruits, very fruity, juicy fruits. And these fruits, I would say, are juicy fruits, not overly ripe, not too sour, just perfect fruit. I don't know if it has mango, pear, or apple, but very nice, very fruity, slightly musky, slightly sweet in the dry down. So this was good for the daytime, and this was what I pulled for a couple times in the daytime. I really did like it. So Miami Nectar is what I wore to breakfast for the next day, and that was the Monday morning. Really pretty. So if you're looking for like a nice daytime, or even here, daytime hot day, and you want something just fresh, fruity, juicy, slightly sweet, then you would love this. So Miami Nectar, love this. Day 2, I wore this nice little cream dress. At one point I was thinking of wearing this cream dress to my mom's birthday dinner, but then my sister's like, no, you can wear this one. Again, it was also another chill day because at the hotel there is no reservation, but it's first come first serve. By the time we were getting there, we know we were going to the buffet again, because of course the hotel is big and they have like 5 or 6 restaurants. They're always packed. I dressed it down with a flat because of course we were going to the buffet, nothing crazy. And I wore the Kayali Wedding Silk Santal with this day. This was a pretty wear. I really like these fragrances. My sisters enjoy this fragrance as well. This is a pretty girl fragrance. So I was wearing like as I said, a light cream dress, so I wanted something that matched the vibe, something simple, easy, elegant, pretty, and it really matched the vibes. It was able to, it lasts for, we leave the room like maybe 7 and we don't get back until maybe 11. So most of the fragrance were like a 4 to 6 hours wear. Yeah, this one is another also kind of fresh, slightly musky fragrance. So it's very elegant, very classy. So this is another one that you can dress up or dress down, and I dressed this one down. This was another one that I get compliments. It has a slight powderiness to it as well, but really pretty fragrance. And the longer it's in your collection, the better it is. So if you just get it and it's light, wait, just give it a month or 2. The juice will get darker and it will last longer. It will project and you will really get the smell of the fragrance. So this wore well. Pretty much my mom loved this, my sisters loved this. This was another love in the family, and this is the Wedding Silk Santal. Now the next day we went on a excursion, and that was a bike excursion, off-roading, that kind of stuff. I have 2 sisters. They wanted to do that, so of course one excursion was for them. So that day was another day we were going to be out for maybe about 3 hours. We were left in the morning, so I know we weren't going to be in the middle of the day, the hottest part of the day, but I still wanted something just fruity and fresh because guess it's still hot. So my decant, which is Carioca Heart. So of course this is Carioca Heart. This bottle is very thick, very heavy, so this will never travel with me because it's just too bulky, too much. So I have a decant of Carioca Heart, and as you can see, I wore this once or twice in the day, but this is what I wore on the excursion. Really fun trip. Me and my sisters, they have fun. They enjoy it more than me because that was for them. But this hold up, this one is it's not a fruity fragrance. It has a rum note in there that really just adds to the fragrance, but I absolutely love this one. This is another love when I wore this one, because now that we're getting into warm weather, I'm actually wearing these fragrances that I haven't worn in a long time. So of course I was like, oh, this smells so good. So it has mango, I think it has pineapple, it has a rum note that is prominent. You're gonna smell the rum, but like a white rum, not a heavy brown liquor. I get more of a white rum in this one. Beautiful fragrance. This fragrance is a beautiful mango forward fragrance. Very fruity, very fresh, slightly boozy, slightly musky. So that held up for the day for my Carioca, for the day for the excursion. Of course we came back, showered, went to lunch, and then for lunch that day I wore Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. So this was like my daytime wear, afternoon wear, or early evening wear. So this is what is so pretty. This is a pretty light, airy, fresh rose fragrance. So this is what we wore that day to lunch when we came back, because the excursion was like 7 o'clock. We got back to the hotel by 10, 11. So we just showered, straight to lunch, and this was it. Beautiful floral, light floral, fresh fragrance. The Wednesday was another excursion. On the Wednesday in the day, it was horseback riding, zip lining. We did like, we go to like do a mud bath, we go to like a river, we did a tour. So it was quite a lot that day. So I wanted something that was also fresh, not too much, not too heavy, your skin, but better. So I did another 13, which is a little bit sweet, a little bit musky, but I wanted something just simply easy, nothing too heavy. And this was what I wore, another 13 for my day excursion. It wore well. It wasn't too cloying, it wasn't too heavy. I did smell nice, and it lasts pretty much the entire day. That was a morning till about 5 o'clock. So we left the hotel 7:30. We didn't get back until like 5. So entire day. This lasts pretty much most of the day. At the end of the tour, we did like a mud bath and we went into the river. So that's when this pretty much was washed off. For most of the day, I was able to smell myself. So I smell good, but I didn't smell too heavy, too overbearing, too much, and it wasn't cloying. It was perfect. So it was like a skin scent. Your skin was better. You just smell good. Now, by the way, if you're still here, I want to say thank you for all the love that you guys have been giving me on my my fragrance collection, my small fragrance collection. Thank you so much for the love. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and watch it. It's my fragrance collection, my small growing fragrance collection. And also, if you're still here, please like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. But back to it. Another 13 was excursion number 2. For dinner that day, I wore a nice little slip dress, pretty, with some burgundy or red or whatever in there. I thought about wearing the Kayali again, but I was like, no, you have other fragrances. So I wore that night for dinner. This is the Alien and this is the Intense version. This is pretty. I was a little bit more dressed up, elevated, and I wanted my fragrance to be a little bit more. This has a nice coconut in there as well with some vanilla. Beautiful fragrance. It projects. It's long lasting. I got a lot of compliments when I wore this fragrance. This is a pretty fragrance. So absolutely love this. This was great for the outfit. I look good, and in my opinion, I look good. I love the dress, and I also smell good. You will smell that coconut coming through, but not overbearing, not too much. It blends well, but this was a nice fragrance. Very musky, slightly musky. It's gonna project, and you're gonna get, this gave me about maybe 7 to 8 hours. Really long lasting, and it projects. So Alien Intense. So the next night I wore another dress for dinner, and I wore like a brownish, orangish, multicolored long dress, which was a pretty dress. So of course I wanted something simple, nice, elegant again. So I rallied back on the Kayali, the Wedding Silk Santal. I love this one. So this one got a second wear. It was just a pretty fragrance. I felt girly, I felt classy, and this fragrance was the fragrance that just speaks to me when I look at it. So of course I wore this fragrance. Very pretty. So I rallied back on the Wedding Silk Santal on the Wednesday night. Now the Thursday was my mom's birthday, and of course we were going to brunch in a town. We were gonna have some seafood. We were gonna be near the water. So of course I wore Ave Maria. Ave Maria is a beautiful fragrance from House of Bow. I absolutely love this fragrance. Means a lot to me. It's my mom's birthday, and I wanted something that was light, fresh, airy. It's a nice white floral fragrance, and I wanted something that it gives me an aquatic feel as well. And I wanted something that was gonna make me feel good, not too much in the outside, but also smell really good for my mom's birthday. And of course, because it's special and it's a special day, I also wanted to wear this, and it had like a blue and gold. I wore this white 2-piece pant set, and I wore like a shirt, a blue shirt, blue with white and gold shirt, blouse or shirt over it, so for extra coverage. And I was kind of going for the matching, but for other reasons. So this fragrance, beautiful white floral fragrance. It's an amazing fragrance. I absolutely love this one, and it projects, and it lasts us about, we were there for about maybe 6 to 8 hours. It lasts. This is a good long lasting. It gave me a solid 6 hours. So Eva Maria House of Bow. This is what I wore on my mom's birthday, and you'll see a clip of that one. Love. So Thursday, after we came back from brunch, we came back, we chill at the hotel. Then of course we get ready early so that we can get into one of the nicer restaurants, so for her dinner. And I wore this nice cream dress with a little bit of cutout to the legs, show a little bit of leg, a little bit of skin. Pretty tan or cream dress. So I wanted something pretty because I felt pretty that day too, and I wanted a fragrance that's just pretty. So I wore Elle Anniversary. This is a Pretty Girl floral fragrance. Love this. My sisters, I think they wore this a couple times as well. My youngest sister wore this. She loves it. This is a beautiful floral fragrance. This is like spring in a bottle, so this was good for the evening. It wore well. It wasn't too much, and yeah, it's slightly powder. There's a slight powderness coming from it. You're gonna get the florals. You're gonna get a slight powderness. It does have a licorice note in there that you got to be careful of, so not safe blind buy. But bottle is beautiful. I was pretty that night. I wanted to look really good for my mom, so I'll show a clip with that. And I also, if I remember, show a picture of me and my mom at dinner. It was just a beautiful day. We celebrated her birthday. I love this. It's Pretty Girl. It's floral. It is a nice warm weather fragrance that will wear well. Now, I wouldn't say daytime, hot daytime, 90 degrees, because it can be a little bit much, but this was perfect for dinner. And again, I was out for maybe 4 or 5 hours. It performed for all the 4 or 5 hours that I was out. As you can tell, we're old people. We were in bed by 11 pretty much. Now that was Thursday. So Friday we were at the hotel, no excursion, beach day, pool day. Of course, for a pool day and beach day, we're gonna run the Soleil Blanc. That's just I wear this every time I'm going to the beach. If I'm going to beach, if I'm going to lounge by the pool, it's just a nice summer fragrance. My sister though wore this one evening to dinner, and she smelled really good. I was like, I never thought about it as a dinner fragrance, but she wore it well, and she got a lot of compliments as she was walking, and you get that slight breeze, the sillage, and this was amazing. So don't sleep on this. It's not just daytime beach, catamaran, cruise, boat. No, she wore this to dinner and she rocked it well. I wore this the Friday all day. Of course, I used the Soleil Blanc body shimmer first, just to get some little glitter, some shininess, some glow to my skin, and then I add this as a topper to the shimmer, and I smell really good. I don't have to say much about my Soleil Blanc. I don't have to say much about Soleil Blanc. I love Soleil Blanc. It's just one of my favorite for vacation. So every vacation that I go on, especially tropical vacation, beach, pool, whatever, this will always be in that mix, that rotation. So I wore this all day the Friday, and it wore well. My sister wore it to dinner one of the evenings, and it wore well. See, it was amazing. She smelled really good. My mom was also choosing different fragrances from what I wore as well. So walking to dinner, when we were walking to dinner, we always get compliments of how good we smell, because we just always smell good. So my mom also wore the fragrance different days. We didn't really wear the same fragrances the same day, but pretty much we were these are the fragrances that were in rotation, because I made sure I brought fragrances so that everyone could wear. Now Friday night was the last night, and they had a nice little party. It was like a glow party or some party the Friday night. So for dinner, I wore this pants with orange and brown and cream, and I wore an orange top because it was like a glow party or a neon party or something. I don't really wear a lot of bright colors, so that was the bright color that I have. And of course, I wanted something that was gonna last through the night, because we were gonna be there longer. We got down early for dinner so that we can get to one of the nice restaurants. So we got to dinner for like 6 o'clock, and the party started at like 8, so of course we were going to be there for a longer time. So I wanted a fragrance that I could rely on, also a fragrance because it was going to be outside. I wanted something that was going to be light, fresh, kind of aquatic, that was gonna not be too much when we started dancing and having fun. So this fit the bill very much. So this performed well. It wasn't too much. It was beautiful. This fragrance is summer in a bottle for me, so it worked well for dinner and for the party. It was an outdoor party, so this was the perfect pick. I want to say from what I brought, this was the perfect choice for that to end the vacation. I also wore this home. This is what I wore home the Saturday as well, because I was like, I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear. So this is what I wore home, and of course you know it's gonna last all day. So I did not overspray, but I got enough that I could smell myself. And this is Perfumes de Marly. This is Delina La Rose, and as you know, I decant this. I did not bring the full bottle of this one. I brought this as a body mist and the 68. Those were the fragrances that I was kind of rotating with for body mist before I layer with my fragrances. So those were the fragrances that I wore on my tropical vacation. Those, let me know which outfits you like. Let me know if you like any of the outfits. Let me know what fragrances that you love to take to your summer vacation. I would love to know. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, comment your favorite outfit, and you better have a favorite outfit. You better have one that you like. Come on, because I think I look good most times. But thank you so much for watching. I hope I get to see you in the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please just hit the button. It's free. Join the family. We would love to have you. Bye.